you go. Davey Crockett State Park in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. So today's the 10th of May and we have entered the Davey Crockett State Park. So we're going to go up here and try to find the museum and aviary. So we'll see what's around, but it's a pretty wooded park, state park. Lots of people moving around. They have a campground and activity centers going on. So we'll just have to see what else we can find around here. But taking a side trip out of Hohenwald, Tennessee, over here to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, to the Davey Crockett State Park. Got a lady here. She'll probably wave at us. Nope, she doesn't. Anyway, we'll see what we can find up here. Caution, wildlife and children. That's cute. So we just saw a sign that says they have a covered bridge here as well. And we're only about 6/10 of a mile away from the museum. And somewhere close to that is the covered bridge. So maybe we'll be fortunate enough to see the covered bridge too. It's a beautiful drive back into here. Rick says there's, he read that there was like over 800 acres here. A lot of trails. A couple campgrounds that we saw, at least 2 so far. There was camping up by Area 1, is Campground 1, and then Campground 2 was just as we're coming back in here. Got a little picnic area over there. It's a cooler day today than what we've had. It's supposed to be a high of 67, but in here we're already at 68, and I have a feeling it'll probably be 70, which will be nice and comfortable. No rain in the forecast as of yet. So after the tornado warning, we've been fortunate not to have a lot of rain. I think we'll end up down there, I'm not sure. Let's see, what's this one say?
Falls is down here.
There's a Crockett Falls. Davey Crockett Falls. Crockett Falls. We'll see what we find there. I asked. Okay, so we found the falls down here. It's just a short walk from the parking lot. There's a trail that goes up through those trees. But you can see the little waterfall here. Not much of one, not a big one.
This is just beautiful.
So yeah, it's a great place. A little bit windier down here once you get out of your vehicle. And there's a little pebbled beach area over there.
There's a couple of butterflies right now.
Oh, playing on this log, huh? Hey there, butterflies. I gotta get off of here before I can. Look in here.
Aren't those pretty?
Oh my gosh, they must be mating. Those are beautiful, look.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that. Don't disturb them during their romance. Yeah, it looks like they may be having a romantic encounter here.
That's
very pretty. I'm going to come down over here and get on the downstream side. Pretty. And butterflies flying all around. Pretty cool. A little different perspective from downstream. Very pretty. Look at these little purple butterflies. Isn't that just freaky? That is just amazing. And there's a little ripple in the water up here. Flying off. Got really pretty turquoise on the bottom end of his wings. Look at these little clamshells that we found here. They're maybe a half an inch, 3/8 to half an inch. Little bitty things. It'd take a couple of million of them to get a meal out of them.
Huh, they are tiny.
Very little.
Well, we're gonna come up on the bridge here. You can drive under it and you can walk across it. So we'll walk it to begin with. Have to watch for traffic. There's another parking area there. So we're just outside the parking lot for the falls that we just showed you. They said concreted it. It's not all wood. Structure, this is pretty good.
A lot of trusses in there.
So if you stand there, I'll walk down there and try to get a picture of you at the entrance. Just to get a distance. Speed limit coming into here is 15 miles an hour. So hopefully I can get a picture of Rick without anybody coming. There he is. It's not very far, but we do have to watch for traffic.
I'm thinking that's the museum, but I'm not sure.
That could be. We'll have to go over that way and see. All right, and we're out of the bridge. So we're by the museum and it has the water wheel here. You can really smell the honeysuckle. It's awesome. There is some water in there, but not enough to turn the wheel and make it do its job. But the museum is inside. We'll go in there in a minute. Inside this building, then there's a bird aviary out there farther. That's a pretty good sized wheel. Oh, they got the wood falling down. Definitely don't want it to turn.
Yeah, it needs repair.
Yep, in a little state of repair. This is a great place to go hiking. They got trails everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much throughout the whole park.
Keep the outdoor classroom beautiful. Please do not litter. Or it's don't, but do not. So it's got a big trail down through there with chunks of asphalt just thrown in here. But I wanted to look at these birds.
There's woodpecker, blue jay, bald eagle, ringneck pheasant, wood duck, American coot, crow, great horned owl, and Canadian goose.
That's a pleated woodpecker. Huh. And bats, of course. Lizard. Right here on the deck.
Yeah.
Can you see him?
It's like a slate. Skink. Snake, skink, something like that.
I don't know, but at first I thought it was a snake and I was going to jump. Well, be always sure you are right, then go ahead. Davey Crockett. I'll let you read that. Yep. This is really a pretty cool park. And I believe it was about, what, 20 miles from the campground? Here?
Yeah, about 20.
Yeah, around 20, 25 miles from our campground. Gonna head inside now and see what we can find. Come on out.
Thanks again. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So this is part of the grist mill. Bits and pieces of the stones they used back then. Storage, but I'll let you pause on that to read it as well. Oh, Shoal Creek, huh? Just below the Crockett Falls, which we just showed you. I hate the lights that they get on there. I can't get them without having lights. So what grain he didn't sell anywhere because there were a lot of grain mills in town, he kept for the distillery, but his mill was basically for the corn. Oh, he had a gunpowder mill too. Saltpeter or potassium nitrate used by Crockett was probably mined and refined in one of the many saltpeter caves in Middle Tennessee, possibly at Southport Cave, 25 miles northeast of Lawrenceburg in Maury County. the grinding, 2 parts charcoal, 3 parts sulfur, ground together, 15 parts of saltpeter added to the other ingredients and ground with a small amount of water for safety's sake. After they have been incorporated, the powder is pressed, corned, glazed, dried, and packed. Who would have thought that about gunpowder? Big tom turkey over there in the corner. The deer. Beaver pelt. Big old black grizzly. Look at down there. That squirrel didn't make it. Thought that was Rick sitting there. Bear trap. Gray fox. Coyote. The red fox is a little bit stiffer fur than the coyote or the gray fox. Possum disappeared. Beaver's okay. There's that turkey. Raccoon, skunk, a couple of them gone. So he was a hunter. It shows where he was in Tennessee and what year. So it started up here in 1786, 1796, 1811, 1813, 1817, 1822. And here's our legend. He was born to John and Rebecca Hawkins Crockett in Greene County, Tennessee. Parents opened the tavern. Davey Crockett Monument, 1922. Drew from memory by Lily Bell McLean, Appleton, April 29, 1969, almost 82 years of age. Split logs, shearing quarter, shivving, maybe shivving. Living quarters was up in here. Uneven logs. That was his office. Huh. So it says, the time will and must come when honesty will receive its reward, and when the people of this nation will be brought to a sense of their duty and will pause and reflect how much it cost us to redeem ourselves from the government of one man. How much does that reflect today? A lot. These are the antique tools on loan from the Lawrence County Historical Society. Among them, a few items that survived a fire which destroyed the original Davey Crockett Museum in 1969. It's believed that 2 of these items, the fro in the back, that one, and the bush hook right next to it right there, were once actual possessions of Davey Crockett. So sorry, I had to continue reading. This ladle's not going to hold much water or liquid of any kind. Here's the buck springs on our old frontier beds compared to what we have now. Oh, it's got a... They must play videos in here too. But there's the pictures in the life of Davey Crockett. All of these men looked very much like him. He's in the office here, and then there are some outside, so we'll go see those outside. So these butterflies we found are eastern
Tiger swallowtails.
tiger swallowtails. And the other ones we found, the little ones, the little purple ones, if I can get back to them, they'll scrolling through all my pictures, are just butterflies. So at least we got that figured out, and we have that in the video. Now I don't have to remember it and type it in. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Can I take your picture of this
Yeah, sure.
video? You sure?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. This is the gal who did all the research for me so I could figure it out what they were. Thank you again.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's
Fly
what flew
across
in
the
front of
birds,
us was this
yeah.
red-tailed hawk.
We saw your brother. Yeah.
Driving down the road, we both ducked in the car because we had this big hawk fly in front of us, and we think it was the red-tailed hawk.
Most common in North America.
Male gets to be 18 to 22 inches with a wingspan of 45 to 52. Weight comes in at 1 pound 9 ounce to 2 pounds 14 ounces, and the females are 20 to 26 inches in length, wingspan 45 to 52, so the same wingspan as the male. Weight 1 pound 14 ounces to 3 pounds 4 ounces, so a little bit heavier and a little bit longer.
He gets lonesome in there by himself.
Yeah, I would say. We had a couple of them empty already.
That's our little gal that helped you out.
Oh, was it?
There's a barn owl.
And the barn owl. It's probably her lunchtime. Look at that
guessing.
face. That's a pretty face, actually. Just gonna sit there.
Wonder what they do with them in the winter time.
Probably bring them in. And these two look empty again, so they really don't have but just the two, right?
And there's the great horned owl. Here's one. There's one.
But I don't see. Oh, he's sitting up on top of his house. That's where he's at. The great horned owl. He's up there.
Hi there.
Try to get it in between. There you go.
Yeah.
He's winking with one eye. I think he's got a bad eye, actually.
Well, they have a public swimming area and snack bar that's closed. So maybe in the summertime that's full for campers. And there is a amphitheater down here somewhere. I was just curious what this clock tower was. So it makes me think, usually yeah, this is the amphitheater. Which is kind of cool. I don't really know how often these are used, but the restrooms here and seating in the stage. Cool. So hopefully in the summertime when this place is packed, they have So that's about that.